Many companies were forced to have staff work remotely due to the COVID-19 pandemic. When it began, studies found increased productivity and lower stress levels. But now, an Ipsos study has found that the opposite is actually true. It found that productivity slumps, employees lose motivation, and teams struggle to get work done and even work together. So let's discuss this with Stella Fleetwood from Ipsos SA. They conducted this survey and have this information. Ms. Fleetwood, thank you for your time and good morning to you. Sure, when I think about how competitive companies need to be and how productive they need to be right now more than ever, it's quite, sad to hear that that's not the case. It's not the reality with remote working. What seems to be the cause of this?
Good morning and good morning to the viewers. We found really interesting results where some people really support the notion of working from home, but when it comes to the productivity, to the team functioning, we do see that that negatively influences on productivity. For example, managers indicated that team members are not punctual anymore. They also indicated that the quality of the work has decreased, whilst the tenure of the lockdown is continuing and people are working from home.
And it seems like different age groups also experience this remote working differently. The younger group, on the other hand, don't feel as disciplined as perhaps their elderly counterparts and, colleagues who feel like they're a bit more organized and can be presentable. What's the difference there, again, that we're seeing in terms of, age groups, in terms of the youth and young professionals and the elderly professionals?
Absolutely. We do see that the youth or young professionals, age 18 to 29, they are really struggling working from home. They are feeling isolated from their team. They believe that teamwork is not working from a work from home scenario. They feel less productive. They unfortunately more easily distracted by things around them. And also they don't necessarily have the infrastructure to be able to productively work from the home environment. 30 to 44-year-olds feel that working from home creates trust amongst employees, amongst them and the organization. But these people are already a bit more sort of familiar with the tasks that they need to complete and sort of the deliverables. They don't need as much training as the youth might, and they just, in general, prefer a hybrid model. Our 45 to 55-year-old categories, they are still the old school workers. They get up at their normal time, they get dressed, they're presentable for meetings, virtual or in person, and they actually do prefer the work from home scenario.
Yeah. And what's the difference there that we're seeing in terms of the female and the working mothers? How are they struggling working from home?
There are a lot of balls to juggle for working mothers out there, and we do find very interesting gender differences. For example, male respondents indicated that they are spending significantly more time in virtual meetings with their teams, managing their teams, whilst women do carry the brunt, and they find it difficult to balance all the responsibility between looking after the children, helping with education, as well as work commitments.
Yeah, I'm going to let you go in a few minutes, but for those wondering how this survey was conducted, what did it take for you to sort of organize and accumulate this data?
We made use of Ipsos Fastfacts, that is a do-it-yourself online research tool. So Ipsos has got an ISA panel with over 50,000 online South Africans, and this specific study was conducted with working individuals, and we conducted 750 interviews across the board.
All right, then we'll leave it there. But thank you so much for enlightening us about the reality on the ground that most companies are facing. Stella Fleetwood from Ipsos SA, thank you so much for your time this morning.